Saudi Arabia, officially known as the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, is a country located in the Middle East on the Arabian Peninsula. It is bordered by Jordan and Iraq to the north, Kuwait to the northeast, Qatar, Bahrain, and the United Arab Emirates to the east, Oman to the southeast, and Yemen to the south. The Red Sea lies to its west, and the Persian Gulf to its northeast. Here is an overview of the history of Saudi Arabia. Pre-Islamic Arabia. The Arabian Peninsula was inhabited by various tribes and civilizations long before the rise of Islam. These tribes were primarily nomadic, with some settled communities along the coasts and oases. Major powers in the region included the Nabataeans, who controlled important trade routes, and the Kingdom of Lian, among others. Birth of Islam. In the 7th century, the Islamic prophet Muhammad, born in the city of Mecca in present-day Saudi Arabia, began preaching the teachings of Islam. His teachings gained widespread acceptance, and by the time of his death in 632 CE, most of the Arabian Peninsula had embraced Islam. After his death, the Rashidun Caliphate was established, with its capital in Medina. The Rashidun and Umayyad Caliphates. Under the Rashidun Caliphate, the Arabian Peninsula, including present-day Saudi Arabia, experienced rapid expansion, reaching as far as Spain in the west. The Rashidun Caliphate was succeeded by the Umayyad Caliphate, which moved its capital to Damascus. During this period, Islam spread further, and the Muslim armies encountered conflicts with the Byzantine and Persian empires. The Abbasid Caliphate and regional dynasties. In 750 CE, the Umayyad Caliphate was overthrown by the Abbasid Caliphate, which shifted the center of power to Baghdad. However, the Arabian Peninsula became fragmented, with local rulers and dynasties holding sway over different regions. One prominent dynasty was the Sharifs of Mecca, who governed the region around Mecca and Medina. The first Saudi state. In the 18th century, Muhammad ibn Saud, the ruler of the town of Diriyah in present-day Saudi Arabia, formed an alliance with the religious leader Muhammad ibn Abd al-Wahhab. This alliance laid the foundation for the first Saudi state, known as the Emirate of Diriyah. The first Saudi state expanded its territory and influence across the Arabian Peninsula until it was eventually destroyed by the Ottoman Empire in 1818. The second Saudi state. Following the collapse of the first Saudi state, the Al Saud family went into exile in Kuwait. However, in 1824, they returned and established the second Saudi state in the city of Riyadh. Under the leadership of Turki bin Abdullah al Saud and his successors, the second Saudi state faced conflicts with neighboring powers, including the Rashidis and the Ottoman Empire. It was ultimately defeated by the Ottoman Empire in 1891. The third Saudi state and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. In 1902, Abdulaziz ibn Saud, a descendant of Muhammad ibn Saud, began a campaign to reconquer the Arabian Peninsula. By 1932, he succeeded in unifying most of the region under his rule, and he proclaimed the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia with Riyadh as its capital. King Abdulaziz, also known as Ibn Saud, established the basic structures of the modern Saudi state, including its political and administrative systems. Modern Saudi Arabia. Since its establishment, Saudi Arabia has witnessed significant developments in various fields. The discovery of vast oil reserves in the 1930s transformed the country's economy, making it one of the world's leading oil producers and exporters. The oil boom led to rapid urbanization, infrastructure development, and the modernization of society. Saudi Arabia is governed by an absolute monarchy, with the king serving as both the head of state and the head of government. The country follows a strict interpretation of Islamic law, and the custodianship of the two holiest cities in Islam, Mecca and Medina, is of great significance. In recent years, Saudi Arabia has embarked on various economic and social reforms as part of its Vision 2030 program. This initiative aims to diversify the country's economy, reduce its dependence on oil, and promote social and cultural changes, including greater rights for women and an increase in entertainment options. Please note that this is a brief overview of Saudi Arabia's history, and there are many more details and events that have shaped the country over the centuries.